Hey guys, okay, so first of all, sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. This is actually my monthly sales video. Usually I do these weekly, but I've just been so busy and there's been times where I've just not really felt like making a video. So I do apologize, but yeah, this is all my sales for 1 month, and it was exactly I think it was up to the 29th of last month that I did this, so it does work out roughly exactly 1 month. This is just eBay, as I've actually not sold anything on Amazon at all. That's not because it's been poor, but most of my stuff was in the toys category, and as some of you know who also do merchant fulfilled, they kind of stop certain people who don't meet criteria selling any toys at all during Christmas time via merchant fulfilled. And for me it was because my account wasn't old enough, so there wasn't that trust level there yet for me to actually fulfill toys orders. Now obviously I am going into FBA, which I'm going to make a video afterwards explaining kind of my process and why I'm choosing this route now, but I'm not going to talk about that too much here. I'm just going to go straight into the sales. And first of all, we have a Lazy Town Sporticus action figure with backpack. You can see there the backpack. This is actually the one, it kind of talks, and you take off his backpack and you can put some batteries in there. And he talks, and he kind of like says phrases from the show. I paid, I believe it was £1 for this at boot sale, and I ended up accepting £10.99 plus £2.99 postage for him. So that's a very, very good quick flip, because I only had this guy listed for like a day before I sold him. So that was pretty good. Or it may not have been a day, but actually, yeah, it was. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I listed him the night before he sold. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Next up, we have two maps, and these were from my very first ever haul. Yeah, it was I believe it was my very first haul. I actually show these in my very first video on YouTube. So if you are a subscriber, or even if you're not, then fair enough. But if you do go to my first video, you'll see me show these, and I actually gave a very high price on these because I was very new, and these was, I think one was selling for like £75 and the other one was 20 odd or something along them lines. But it turns out people were just listing them for that. They weren't really expecting that. But yeah, these are pretty big maps, and they were decent. They were decent condition. There was a slight mark on the bottom left, but yeah, these aren't too bad. They're I believe from 2001, and I basically just outed these for a £5. They've been sitting there for like a year, so yeah, just outed them quick. Simpsons 3D chess board game. I picked this up in Colchester. It was a book fair. I believe it was called the Mammoth Book Fair. It only happens once a year, so I went there and I picked up this. Very, very good condition. All the pieces are there, as you can see. Looks like it's never been used, and of course it comes with the original instructions. So yeah, I paid £1.50 for this, and I sold it for £11.95 plus shipping. Next up is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2000. It was quite disappointing with these. When I bought these, I bought two of them. It did have a tear in it, as you can see, and in the top right. But when I bought these, I checked eBay, and one had sold for £49.99 complete, with the like manuals and all that stuff, which this one did have. But unfortunately, the annoying issue with this was it just wouldn't sell. I had these for months and months and months, and it just wouldn't sell. I sold one for £9.99, and this one I had to drop to £8.99 just to get rid of them, which was a shame. So obviously that £49.99 might have been something else, or it might have just been one of those strange purchases that you get sometimes. So, but yeah, I mean, they're still good money. I only paid £1 each for them, so I still made some good profit on these, but just not as much as I expected. This one, actually, I tried an auction. I couldn't get rid of this. Me now would probably send this into FBA and just let it let it sit there until it sold. But at this time, I wasn't really thinking about FBA. So yeah, I put it up at auction, to be honest, just to get rid. I didn't care if it just went for 99p. So I got £2.20 for it, plus £2.99 shipping. So I was fine with that, just to get rid of it. Same can be said with this. I paid £1 for this. It wasn't as great a seller as I thought. It was another one of those sellers that did go for $49.99 once, and then that was it. But this one did have a novel that was in terrible condition. It was clipped and there was parts missing, and so I just put it up for 99p auction. Sold for $2.19, so I still doubled my money incredibly. But yeah, so I went for $2.19, $2.99 shipping, and that was via the GSP program. Next up is a Royal Dalton figurine. It was something I thought I'd try and get into a little bit. Didn't know too much about it. These usually go for about 20 quid, but I think I accepted 15 plus $2.99 on this. I paid £6 for it, so not too much profit, but still profit. This one was a good sale actually. It's a Skull and Crossbones board game, and it's the videotape one. But it's been kept in really good condition, as you can see, and the tape still worked. Not like it never been played, to be honest. And yeah, it's I paid £1.50 in a Basildon, I believe it was Basildon. Yeah, it was Basildon charity shop. Can't remember which one. But well, £1.50. Sold it the next day for £12.99. So very, very good. This is a Blast Magus Mighty Max figure. This is like the Mega Head one, I believe, or at least like the bigger range. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was almost complete. It was just missing 2 missiles from his chest. Everything else was there. So yeah, I mean, it stayed for a long, long time, and I accepted £14 on it in the end. But this was part of a massive bundle I purchased anyway, and I paid 18 quid. No, sorry, 20. I think it was 23. Might have been 23 quid for like this massive job lot of Mighty Max, and I sold it everything in that pack for something like 70 to 80 quid. So I was quids in anyway. So, but yeah, I sold this for that ended up being 14, I believe, plus $2.99 shipping. Hong Kong Fury Spot the Cat beanie. I saw it, and it usually goes for about 5 quid, but I just couldn't get rid of it. So I put it up at auction. It sold for 99p, $2.99 shipping. Fine with me. Got it out of my way. This was a job lot of Skylanders, brand new with tags. There was nothing wrong with them at all, but they've been sitting around for ages and they just wouldn't sell. I did really well with them last Christmas, I believe. I bought like over 30 or 40 of Spirals, and I believe his name's Trigger Happy, and also Gil Grunt. And I did really well with them. But these ones were just lingering around. Couldn't sell them for even £3 or £4 each. So I bundled them up, sold them all, and I got 3 quid. So somebody could, I mean, now I'd probably send these into FBA if I had them. But once again, that was before I did it. So yeah, I was happy with that. Got them out of my way and made a few quid. Well, clawed a few quid back because they actually cost me more than that to buy them. But this was a PG Tips knitted beanie monkey. Just couldn't get rid of it. I don't know why. Maybe there was so many of them, or yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's meant to be that colour, is he? Or, yeah, maybe I think so. But either way, just put him up for auction, 99p. It was one bid, fine with me. I put him in a large letter and shoved him in the post box. So it only cost me like 70p to send as well. So I made a bit of money on that. Next up was just basically a group of ink cartridges. I often have these laying around because I print so much stuff out. So there was, and also so other family members also use the same ink, so they end up giving them to me. But I bought them at auction, £3.72, just got them out of my way. Next up are actually some photos. You may remember that I got like a big job lot of photos. I decided to list these for auction. I rechecked the eBay rules, and it seems to be that unless you're like producing them for mass production, you can normally get away with selling them if they're actual physical items, because you're just selling your stock, as it were. So as long as you put in there that you're clearing out some of your own personal collection, and that it's not stuff that you're printing at home, and they're not printed to order, eBay tend to be okay with that. So I just thought, I'll give it a go, sell some of these. I've got them for free anyway. And this was Davina McCall, 4 pictures of Davina McCall, and I've just got rid of them for 99p, and 160 postage, and it cost me 68p to send these, so I made some money on there as well. And there's going to be a few of these. So this one was another part of that big bundle. I showed the fact that it works by putting the batteries in. This one I believe was almost complete. It wasn't complete. There are a few bits missing. I'm not sure if I listed what parts are missing. No, I didn't. But yeah, this one was alright. Sold for £15, $2.99 shipping. This one was a random job lot of figures. I can't remember the name of these guys, but that's a character from Mulan. There's obviously a Batman. There's a Burger King War Machine. She's a character from the Turtles movie line. I can't remember who that one is now. No, I can't remember who that one is. Don't remember that one. That's Hulk Girl. That's Woody. That's a character from Monsters Inc. That's Papa Shango. And I don't know who that one is. But and I also threw in another one, I believe, as well. I just put out for auction, £2.25. That was fine for me because, to be honest, they were just laying around, and I had these listed individually for ages and ages and ages, and they just wouldn't go. So next one is a Lucy Pargeter. She's an actress from Emmerdale, plays Chaz Dingle, I believe. So yeah, there was some pictures of her. Once again, just sold for 99p. That was fine for me. Next up, Lorraine Kelly picture pack, 4 photos, 99p. Once again, all these are going to be the same routine as the other one. This one was Diana Rigg. Actually sold for more than the packs did. Obviously, she must be more rarer or more fans or whatever. But yeah, £1.20. Maybe it's just harder to get photos of her. £1.20 for one picture was pretty good. Claire King is an actress from Emmerdale, and I believe she's now in Coronation Street. And it was like, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 pictures of her, which was sold for pretty good actually, £5.18 I got on those. Next up, 2 of Alicia Dixon, 99p they went for. Then this like 8-pack of Susie Perry, from obviously the Formula 1 and Gadget Show and all that stuff. 99p, surprisingly, even though there's 8 photos, didn't get too much on those. 2 of Pixie Lott for 99p. 2 of Caroline Flack from The X Factor for 99p. 5 of Catherine Jenkins for 99p. These were just, just clearing out stuff really. And what's next? Next is a Star Wars Luke Skywalker 1999 action figure, complete with original helmet, which was pretty cool. Did have a bit of marking in the helmet, but yeah, that wasn't too bad. Sold him for $6.99 in the end. He, by the way, I bought this like massive job lot of action figures on eBay, and I won them for £1 plus £4.50 shipping. And there was over 70 figures in that bag. I ended up selling like a pack of 40 plus Ben 10 figures for, I think it was 40 quid. And the rest so far have made me another about 40 or 50 quid. So yeah, I'm really done really well with those on a £1 investment. So yeah, $6.99 for Luke. This was another guy who was in that bundle. This is the Torpedo Armor Iron Man from Marvel Legends, and he sold for $5.99. He didn't have his missiles, but I did explain that. This one, Sony Handycam DCR SX15E camcorder. I paid £5 on this for Gumtree, and you get basically everything that you can see for that £5. Wasn't expecting much when I got it. I thought for a £5 it's not going to be that great, but to be honest, it was really nice condition. came with original charger, original battery, all that stuff. And I sold it for £45. Unfortunately, it's recently gone missing. It got lost with Hermes. I'm gonna refund the guy today, and Hermes, the claim's already in with Hermes, so they'll pay out within a week, and I'll get that money back anyway. So, but it's just a shame because obviously it would have been nice for the guy to get that because he obviously clearly wanted it. And the guy who bought it is actually a professional photographer, so you know he may have wanted it for a project or something. So that's a shame, but it happens, and you know he's okay with it, and he's going to get his money. So. This one is another game I picked up at the Mammoth Book Fair in Colchester earlier on in the year. The box wasn't great, but it was complete, and all the bits and pieces were there. So it was good condition. And I paid £1 and I sold it for 12 roughly, so yeah, it was pretty good. This was a professional poker set. Didn't go for as much as I was expecting. It was actually not really, well, it was brand new and sealed in the sense that the case and stuff, all the stuff in the case was all still sealed. All the chips, all the machine, the counter was all there, all the decks was all sealed. But the bag was open, so someone had obviously taken it out to have a look at least. So yeah, it was all still sealed contents. It was a pretty, apparently it was a starter box really. It was nothing special. But I paid £1.50 and I sold it for 10 in the end. I really was hoping for more, but it's still money, and it was something I've never bought before. So. Next up was 2 Monopoly deal cards. One was sealed, one was used, and I just outed them for £4.99 each. Once again, the sealed one I probably would have sold on FBA if I'd thought about it, but I didn't. So yeah, £4.99 for both. I paid 50p each for those, by the way. This guy here was in that figure pack. This is the Black Bat Ranger Jungle Fury from Power Rangers. £5.99. One of the things to look out for with this figure, if you do pick him up, is this part here on his chest comes out, and it's often missing. This guy had that, which is why I could ask like £6 for one figure. But if you're missing that part, you're lucky to get £1 or £2. So yeah, if you do see him, make sure that little scratch part is actually still in his chest. Next up is a jigsaw puzzle, Puzz 3D Alpine Castle, 1,000 pieces, and yes, I did sit there and count all those pieces. I paid £1 or £1.50 for this, and I sold it for £9.99 plus £2.99 shipping. These I've had for a while. These are Taylor and Wright, kind of like formal shoes. The soles weren't the best, but they were still usable. Unfortunately, they're just like standard catalogue stock. There's nothing special about them. But I paid £1 or £2 for them, and sold them for £6.99 in the end. So, and they were there for like a month, so it's probably not ones I'd pick up again. But yeah, £7, £2.99 shipping. This was a bundle of Pogs, and I got these actually in a bundle of something else, which had this was like months and months ago. I got an Iron Giant figure, which was the reason why I purchased the bundle, but these happened to be with him. And these were sitting there for months, but I finally sold them for £5 and £2.99 shipping. This is a first edition Harry Potter, and for those of you who aren't quite sure what the major selling points are with these, I mean, a lot of people would tell you not to pick these up. They're everywhere, you're not going to make your money. But I paid 10p for this book, and I've just sold it for £6.99. So any way you look at it, that's really good profit. Okay, and around this time of year, people love buying this stuff. But I'm going to show you this page here. Actually, I'm going to show you this one first. Whenever you see a book and it says that the book is unclipped, it means this part here, where the price is. A lot of like libraries will just cut off the tag from there to there. And that basically means that it's been clipped. It means the price tag isn't in it anymore. If you do see one where the price is in it, you list that as unclipped, because people like buying books unclipped. And also, as far as the first edition, with the Deathly Hallows, it says first edition right in there in the cover. And I'm not sure if you can really see it here. There we go, first edition. With some of the other books, you'll get like a print run number as well, but in the Deathly Hallows, you don't really get that. As long as it says copyright 2007, which you can see on the picture on the right there, and first edition at the bottom, you're normally good to go with selling it as a first edition. So yeah, so that was pretty good. Oh, there you go. This one shows it better. And if you notice, I also take a picture of the page saying it's 2007, Bloomsbury Publishing, all that stuff. Look for, and yeah, you can sell it as a first edition quite happily. So yeah. And next up, we have just a job lot of 7 Beast Quest books. There was nothing special. They were random numbers. They did all have their collector cards that you get in the back of the book, which was pretty cool. If they're ripped out, obviously you're going to want to mention if any of them doesn't come with the collector cards. But I just sold these for a tenner. I paid between like 20 and 30 pence each for these. Just wanted to get them out of the way. I originally wanted to like get a massive bundle together, but I don't see them enough to really warrant sitting on these for like 2 years while I build that up. So I wanted to sell them quick, get them £10 for them. This was a pretty cool one. Monogamy board game, complete. The contents were still sealed. The cards anyway. The pieces still came in the original bag. Did have a mark on the front, which was a shame. But this one was interesting because I tried to list this on Amazon and it said I couldn't. I was restricted from selling this. Now I don't know if it's because it classes as maybe like an adult game because of the 18. I'm not too sure, but I put it on eBay and it sold within a day for $14.99 free shipping. If you're wondering why I charge free on some and not on another, to be honest, I don't know. I just do it on a whim sometimes, where I'll suddenly choose free shipping. If I feel there's a lot of competition, I'll put free shipping. Because that way, it kind of makes you stand out a little bit at least. This one is another pretty much exact replica of the one I just sold. Once again, 2007 Bloomsbury Books, first edition. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. I think I paid 50p for this one, and I accepted $6.99. This one I listed at $8.99. And once again, if you notice there, unclipped, first edition, great condition. So yeah, it's these sell really, really quite well, the first editions. And this one, lovely pickup. I paid 50p for this Wally talking toy, Thinkaway Toys or Thinkway Toys. Great condition. That was actually just a part of the label that I forgot to take off. I took that off and I also cleaned that up before I sold it. Great condition, and I'm going to scroll down because I actually added a video. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. But so yeah, that was pretty cool. Whenever you get anything that kind of makes it a selling point. I mean, people that buy this, they want to know it works. So if you can make a video and just put the video into your description or your listing, it makes all the difference. And this sold really, really quickly within a day of me listing it. This actually went via the GSP program, and I got £23 plus free shipping. So obviously, although it went international, I would have only paid £2.60 to get it to the eBay shipping program warehouse or department. So yeah, I I was really pleased with that to get over 20 quid. And this actually, you know, it cost me 50p, which was brilliant. I had to put in some new batteries, but yeah, well pleased with that. Next is a Disney Eeyore mug. Done pretty well with this. I believe it was a quid. I paid 50 pence for one of these mugs. I can't remember if it was this one or another one I have. So this one actually may have been 50p. And I sold it for £12.99. Very, very good sale there. I kind of lost a bit of faith in mugs recently, but this guy, I must admit, really kind of brought me back into this kind of world a little bit more. And I'm thinking of actually making a bolo video about mugs, because there's stuff that is in pretty much every charity shop, and you never really know what mug is going to sell well. So I'm going to quickly do that today. Just going to have a quick sip of drink and then I'll move on. That's better. Okay. So yeah, £12.99. Only two left. So we've got this guy here. And this one, some of you may have seen that I actually picked up an Ed the Duck like a month or so ago. His hair was matted and his squeaker didn't work. Well, incredibly, about a week or two ago, I actually found another one. But this one is absolutely mint. His hair was perfect. Original jumper, no marks on it. The squeak worked. As you can see, it's like everything is just great. Golden bear, everything was fantastic. And yeah, this guy I picked up for 50p, and I actually accepted an offer of £15 on him. I had him listed for 20 quid because he was in such great condition. But I accepted £15 plus £2.99 shipping, and this sold just yesterday. So at least I believe it was yesterday. I think so. So yeah, I'm well impressed with that. And to give you an example, I couldn't. The other one with the matted hair and the squeaker not working, I couldn't even sell that for £6. I had that listed for like a month at £6. Just couldn't get rid of it. I had an offer of £3, but I paid £1 for it at auction. So, you know, so I couldn't even get rid of that. So quality is everything. I mean, this guy, I've seen so many of these on eBay recently. He's been appearing in a lot more videos as something to look out for. So of course, more people are buying him. That's certainly why I've, you know, bought him. But the quality ones really sell well. I mean, you can see there. And to be honest, if I had waited it out, I probably could have got the 20. But I was happy with 15 from a 50 pence purchase. So, and lastly, I sold this, which I was really pleased with, and it's a vintage original, Oriental strategy board game with Go, 1976 edition. To be honest, I probably could have got more for this. It really was in good condition. I won't say great, but it was, you know, all the parts were there, all the parts were complete, manual. It did have a few marks on the box, I believe, yeah, there, and also on the top there. But it was very heavy, really heavy. It actually cost me £3 odd to send. Well, I should say, sorry, it will cost me £3 odd to send, because this is actually going Monday. It only sold yesterday or last night, I think. But yeah, so it's going to be a heavy one. But I actually accepted, I think it was £16 on that one. So I ended up making about £11 or £12 on this. I actually paid £1 for this at a charity shop. It just looked different. Yeah, it just looked very different. So I wasn't too sure. But I listed it, and it was only listed for a day, and it had suddenly 6 watchers and like 50 people had clicked on it. So I possibly could have even got more than the 16, but I was happy with that, so I didn't really mind. So and also, this is something that I didn't see listed on Amazon at all, this version at least. So so yeah. Anyway, that's that. I hope it hasn't been too long for you. I do try and be as quick as possible now. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the mug bolo, because I know that's something that we all see in charity shops, and maybe we just don't know enough about which ones to buy. And the bolo will be, you know, mugs that can get you £10 upwards in return, because I don't want to be like super rare or anything. And yeah, and also stay tuned for a video of me talking about why I've decided to do FBA and my, what I did for my process. So thank you for watching. Once again, I just want to say a massive thanks to everyone who subscribed and who comment and all that great stuff, because it makes it very worthwhile for me. So thank you very much, and hope you guys have had a really good week. Cheers.